Welcome back everyone to another LEGO Star Wars video. In today's video, we're going over everything that happened last week. Now, last week was pretty insane on the leaks. We first of all got the leaks for the Dark Falcon. We also got them for the X-Wing and TIE Fighter mashup set, and then a Droid Factory set, which we'll talk about later in this video. Now, although we're only going to talk about 3 LEGO Star Wars sets that got leaked this last week, there are so many other LEGO Star Wars sets releasing in August, and I'd recommend watching my LEGO Star Wars August Wave video. But without further ado, let's get into these leaks. Now, first up is going to be set number 75389, and this is one of those sets that I talked about months and months ago, and it is finally here, and the pictures look amazing. It is that Dark Falcon set. Now, if you're wondering why LEGO is making a Dark Millennium Falcon, it is because of this new series that is releasing, I believe, in October. It is Rebuild the Galaxy series. It's essentially the Star Wars universe in LEGO form, but everything is opposite. So that's essentially why we're getting this Dark Falcon. Now, looking at the color on the Dark Falcon, it's obviously going to be that black color all around. There's some red accents to it as well. And the cool thing they added in here, since this is based off of a universe where everything is opposite, it actually has that Death Star laser, which is pretty insane. Now, if I had to take a wild guess, they probably just used that same model from the Millennium Falcon here right on my shelf that is currently on shelves right now, because that was the best one they've ever done. There was no gaps in the panels like previous years, and they kind of perfected that one, and that's probably why it's been on shelves for so long. And once I get this set in person, we'll be able to dive deeper and see actually what the interior is looking like or what's actually changed about this set. Obviously, there's going to be some weird things added in here because it is the opposite universe, so things are just going to be turned around a little bit. But as for that interior, again, it's a little unknown. It shows it on the back of the box, but every picture I found is just a little bit too blurry. So hopefully in the next coming days to weeks, LEGO throws this on their website so we're able to see some more clearer images. Now, let's get into this fig selection. So first of all, we're going to have a beach Luke Skywalker. Quite an interesting minifig here. At first, I was thinking they were going to go with a younger version of Luke, but it looks like they went with the older version of him. And it looks like he is actually holding blue milk, so I guess that's not opposite in this universe. Once we get closer details, it could be a different type of milk. I'm not 100% sure. Or it could just be water. Then we move on to the next fig here, and this fig looks amazing. It is Jedi Vader. The details on this fig look so good so far. And honestly, it's a fig that you could only get custom beforehand, and they were pretty pricey. Now we actually get this in LEGO form, and I have a strong feeling this fig is going to be quite expensive in the future if you wait for the set to retire before you buy the minifigs or before you buy that set. Next minifig, which in the leaks, it was Evil C-3PO, but it looks like it's actually going to be Bounty Hunter C-3PO. Obviously has those red eyes there. And then it looks like he also has a black arm and then that silver kind of leg printing as well. Then we move on to kind of an exclusive Rebuild the Galaxy character. It's going to be Darth Dev. Not really sure what this character is going to do in this series, although we can assume that he's a Sith, or at the end of the series he turns back to a Jedi. I'm not 100% sure here. But if you're wondering who that Darth Dev was, he's from Rebuild the Galaxy. Next up is going to be Darth Jar Jar. And yes, we already talked about him a couple weeks ago when that trailer for Rebuild the Galaxy released, and we saw a clear image of Darth Jar Jar, which further confirmed that Dark Falcon. But now it's officially confirmed that we are getting Darth Jar Jar, which is pretty awesome. And then lastly is going to be Darth Rey. Honestly, a pretty scary looking minifig here, but that is the entire minifig selection for that Dark Falcon. I am so excited, and once I get my hands on this set, we'll do a review for it as well. And I completely forgot to mention for the Dark Falcon, that one will be priced at $179.99 USD, and will have 1,579 pieces. Next up is going to be set number 75393. It is going to be that TIE Fighter and X-Wing mashup. Now, right away, I can see that they already made a different TIE Fighter design from the previous one that we got. The cockpit and the wings just have a little bit different builds on there, so it's a little bit different of a build from the previous gen that we got. Again, once we get it in person, we'll really be able to see those differences. The other starfighter in the set is going to be that X-Wing, and this build also looks different from the previous X-Wing that we got. LEGO has made so many different X-Wings, and I feel like every one is just a little bit different. I can definitely already see some differences in this X-Wing. So both these sets are going to be different from previous versions. And what's cool about these, just like we talked about a couple weeks ago, is you can interchange the wings from each of these starfighters. So you can put the TIE Fighter wings on the X-Wing, and you can put the X-Wing wings on the TIE Fighter. To be honest, if I were displaying it, I would just display it exactly how they're supposed to be, but you have that kind of functionality in this set. Now, as for the fig selection in this set, we'll have Yessi Scala, and I might be pronouncing that wrong. We'll have Sig Greebeling, a rebel pilot, and people are already memeing about this droid. It is the Ronald McDonald droid. And if I'm reading this correctly, it's L300, and then we'll have a TIE pilot. Now, if you were wondering, this looks like a different TIE pilot from the one that is included in the UCS TIE Interceptor. So just as a heads up there, the TIE Interceptor one is still exclusive to the UCS TIE Interceptor. But this one will have 1,063 pieces and will retail for $109.99 USD. And for the last set to talk about here that was leaked, it was one of the sets that we had no idea what it was releasing in August. All we knew is it was a creature set. At least that's what the leaks said. Now, some new leaks came out, and then we also got pictures, and it looks like it's not going to be a creature set. It's actually going to be a set that I was totally not expecting. It is going to be a Droid Factory set. And you might think, oh, it's an actual like factory with a couple astromechs in there. It is not that at all. Let's go over the astromechs included, and then we'll go over what this build will look like. So it's going to include an R2-D2, an R2-KT, a chopper, and then the leaks have kind of been all over the place with this last astromech, but it could be R2-Q5. I've seen some leaks for some other ones, but I'm just going to stick with R2-Q5. This Droid Factory set will include an anniversary fig Young Leia, and it will include a printed Lola as well. And of course, it's releasing August 1st. Price point on this one will be $99.99, and we'll have 1,186 pieces. And in terms of the builds here, from the leaked image that we got, it's actually a Target label that was leaked. It looks like these are just going to be mini astromech builds. They're not going to be in minifig form, but just a little bit bigger and just smaller astromech builds. And this set will include a bunch of different accessories. You can interchange parts in between these droids. Honestly, an interesting set, and I was definitely not expecting this one. But I'd love to know what your thoughts are on all of these sets. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of these new sets released in August. Again, there's so many other ones that will get leaked and so many other ones we still have to talk about. And as always, if you do like my content, remember to hit that subscribe button and that like button as well. It helps out the channel. And we continue to grow on every platform. I just want to say thank you guys for everything. We're almost at 16,000 on TikTok. We're at 11,000 on Instagram. And we just hit 1,000 on YouTube. So thank you guys for everything, and thank you for watching.